Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Holly Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for what has been a terrific Tuesday. July 14th. So I want to share something that really I wish my husband was in here to do his own thing, but I told him I was going to use it as my perspective today. And I just want to show you the power of one small act. Well, hello there, CO. Hey, Kim. This is the power of one small act that years later can still be making decisions and making moves for you. It literally, one simple small act, well-timed and well-placed, can literally change the trajectory of a life. So here goes. So my husband, who, if you've been following me on here long enough, you've heard me say he is a giver, like extraordinarily from the heart. He is just like a natural giver. I am not. If you come up with a great idea and I agree, I'm like, oh, wow, that's great, then I'll be in with you. But he just naturally is a giver, so he thinks like this. When he was very young, in St. Louis, he was in the park riding a bike, hot, sweaty day, and didn't have anything to drink and was tired and sweaty and hot. And this man, as a matter of fact, it was a white gentleman, flipped my husband a quarter and, just said, you got it. That's it. It was a simple act. But my husband has always remembered that because to him it said someone saw a young kid, just doing his thing, staying out of trouble, having fun, hot, sweaty day. And to him it was like a flick of hope, a flick of incentive to, keep doing right, young man. That's how he took it. And partly because it's in his DNA and partly because he always remembers that act. When he goes anywhere, especially if it's a young person, a young man in particular, he always checks and say, hey, what you doing? What's going on in your life? Is this your permanent job? Or are you in school while you're doing this or whatever? And he was at the driving range for golfing. And so he strikes up a conversation with this young man who says, hey, he graduated this film school, but he hurt himself while he was there. And so his equilibrium is off, and he's trying to reestablish his life and figure out what next, what do I want to do now? Young man, not even 21, but young guy, and just trying to get his equilibrium back and go forward in life, but he doesn't really have a plan. And so my husband told him, and here's where I'm going with the perspective today. He says, I just want you to know that if every day you get up, when your feet hit the ground, if you don't have a plan for the day, you've wasted the day. When God has given you breath and life, and you start your day without a plan, you've wasted that. So he handed him a 20 and said, I want you to remember this. This is the flick of the quarter so many years ago. He said, here's a 20. I want you to remember from now on going forward that every time you wake up and your feet hit the floor, you need to have a plan for the day so that you can have a plan for your life. And this 20 is just to remind you that somebody believes that you can have a plan. Somebody believes in you to get back on the course, get your equilibrium back, and get a plan for your life going forward. So I said all that to say, not to brag, because my husband would be like, don't be saying that. You don't have to tell him it's me. He would do that. But I'm just telling you. It doesn't take a lot to make an impact in another person's life to the point where you can literally change the way they think about something. You can change their thought process. You can change what you expose them to, even exposing them to a different way of thinking. And so my challenge for you, if you're on the East Coast and your day is almost over, or you just plan for it tomorrow, my challenge for you is to try to make an impact in somebody's life. You do not have to, have this grand big old plan that costs thousands of dollars and you got to have a passport and you're going to travel to make. That's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. But it's not the only way to impact a life. Just letting somebody know a simple one-liner, when your feet hit the floor, you got to have a plan for your life, or you've wasted the day. He planted a seed. Words are free, and we can choose them to either build up. You are so right. I'm telling you, the sticks and stones may break my bone. Okay, that little nursery rhyme we grew up saying, but words will never hurt you. Words can hurt. Words can damage. Words can even detour and delay life and life dreams. But by the same token, words are powerful. They're powerful. And when you plant them correctly, when they have been strategically placed and divinely timed, I'm telling you, they make a difference. And down there on the drill field, I know about that. I know because seeds were planted that I still carry to this day, decades later. And they were one-liners by people that I looked to and admired, and I wanted to be like them. So little one-liners of encouragement still remain with me today. Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is to be deliberate about encouraging someone to do better in their life. Okay, that's it. Take me up on the challenge to encourage someone to do better with their lives. Thank you for joining me. It is my intention to join you for a wonderful Wednesday tomorrow. And until that time, please take real good care of yourselves.